Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being with us tonight. I am thrilled and honored to welcome our next guest, Assemblyman Jamel Holley, to our show tonight. Jamel was at the forefront of the Battle of Trenton and never left our side. From the moment he gave his first speech on the steps of the State House until today, his support and passion for medical freedom and our mission has been unwavering. Let's take a look back at his time in Trenton in 2019 and 2020.
Our next speaker is Assemblyman Holley.
To all the young people, all the young children who are here today, this has been about you. And I am so honored that just looking at so many young people, this one and Levi over here, and just all the pictures you all sent me, this is about them at the end of the day. And I will not be a part of a body of government that says we cannot protect our own rights. I won't do it, not then, and I'm not going to do it now. We are for the people, by the people. Holley's with you. God bless you all.
I thought Mike Testa changed colors that quick.
That's hello, Assemblyman.
Hello.
Welcome on. So
How you
happy
doing,
to
Mila?
see you. Great,
Good
great.
evening.
How are you doing?
I'm blessed. Thank you.
All right, we're going to get right into it. So it felt like you were catapulted into the medical freedom movement and quickly evolved into one of the biggest and most passionate voices of support. Can you share one of your earliest memories and interactions with our community? Why did this issue resonate with you so much?
I think Dell touched on it a little bit during his conversation with you earlier. At that time, I was 40 years old, and I had entered the State House as a young staffer around 19, 20 years old. So the State House was a part of my life for a great part of my adult life. And I have never witnessed, I mean, we've had a lot of complex issues over the years, whether it was dealing with a variety of things, but I've never in my life seen so many people. And to answer your question about that moment, that memory, it is what catapulted me. Was I was sitting in the chambers on the assembly side, and I just heard the voices through those windows, and I leaned over to my colleague and I said, do you hear that? And they replied, yeah. And it was me getting up out of my seat and just walking outside. And for me, what touched the moment for me was to see so many people, but I saw those kids, I saw the children out there in the cold. And it just struck me, and I just had to do something about it. The best, listen, I'm only one vote, right? But it was just something that I know needed to be addressed and heard inside the State House as opposed to outside the State House. So for me, it was that moment sitting in those chambers, hearing the cries, and then going out there and looking at those tears and seeing those kids for me.
Yeah, so it sounds like the issue became very real to you and humanized, right? And you were there in the trenches with those children and you fought for them. And, since that Battle of Trenton, you have continued to use your voice to provide a message of hope and support, not only in New Jersey, but also to medical freedom advocates across the country. What has your experience been like? How would you say New Jersey differs from other states you visited?
I think the experiences has been incredible. I mean, Dell can touch on this as well. I mean, we travel all over the country, different states, meeting different parents. And everyone always reminds me about New Jersey. New Jersey parents, New Jersey mama bears, New Jersey papa bears, New Jersey grandma bears, New Jersey grandpa bears, really have resonated throughout this entire country. They often remind me about the victory that we had here in New Jersey, and it gives them hope. It gives them optimism. And I'm just able to share that experience with them across the entire country, because it was a critical moment in policymaking, political, making, in terms of, really going up against the giant of Big Pharma right in their backyard, and the political influence that was against us. So New Jersey is definitely on the map in the entire country, because of the hard goodwill of parents and the kids too. I mean, that makes a difference.
Right.
And so, I'm just very honored that I was able to be a part of this movement and continue to be a part of this movement. But New Jersey definitely has made its mark throughout the entire country.
It has, and you definitely have become a symbol of that, and that symbol of hope, that if we were able to do it in New Jersey, it gives families and parents in other states that same hope. New Jersey did it, we can do it, and you've carried that message, so we appreciate it. Jamel, you once posted on social media, "I warned my party, stay away from parental rights, individual freedoms, rights to choice, and be pro medical freedom." Do you feel like your message has been heard, or did it fall on deaf ears? What does the future hold for you and your party?
I mean, definitely has been heard. I mean, Mike Testa, a senator from South Jersey, has definitely touched on it a little bit in this interview. The Democratic Party, and I'm a Democrat, proud Democrat, but Democratic Party needs to focus more on issues relevant to our communities as opposed to approaching on parental rights. But Mike touched it on his interview. We lost seats in the Assembly. We lost seats in the Senate. And you look at Virginia and you look across the country. This issue has become a real tabletop issue throughout the country, and so they definitely have been put on notice. They understand, but members like you and members of your PAC, and I encourage other members who have not joined your fundraising team to join it, because you all make a difference and matter. And it's very important that you continue to stay vigilant, because these bills and these laws pop up, all the time. And then it's like a domino effect. I mean, there's been times and months, and Dell can touch on this as well. We're in California, we're in Connecticut, we're in Virginia, and you have these lobbyists that are all coordinated to just storm these state houses all across the country. It's hard to keep up with them, I tell you that, because they have foots on the ground and money on the ground. But PACs like yours and the members in this movement have definitely made a difference. But to go back to your question, yeah, the party has definitely been put on notice. They definitely understand that this is a real issue, and I don't think they want to try to get as near here in New Jersey, for the most part, and encroaching on your parental rights.
Right. And, we hope, we've approached 3 years, and we hope it lasts another 30 years. But in order to do that, Assemblyman, we need to we need to stay on our toes, and we need to keep educating and making sure that these rights are protected and preserved. We can never really, unfortunately, sit back. And as Mel mentioned before, this is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And you have held our hand through this marathon, Assemblyman, and continued the marathon, and spreading the message. So thank you so much for everything you did in 2019, 2020, and to this day.
My pleasure, and keep up the good work. You're all doing